Hi, this is Cary with Wicked Signal, bringing you another video analysis, this one on Norwegian Cruise Line Holdings, symbol NCLH. You're looking at a weekly bar chart, by the way, that goes back to the IPO of 2013. I did record this video, by the way, on Monday, April 5th, 2021. A little bit about Norwegian Cruise Lines, if you're not aware. They are an American firm founded in 1966, incorporated in Bermuda, and headquartered in Miami. They are the third largest cruise line in the world by passengers, controlling about 8.7% of the total worldwide share of the cruise market by passengers as of 2018. They are another industry that is expected to incur this, post-COVID rush where people are clamoring to get back out again. Restaurants, cinemas, amusement parks, cruise lines, so forth and so on. They are slated to resume cruise line activity in July of this year. And so, the big question is what's going to happen in July, as revenue picks up. Presumably this stock will rally again back up. For several decades, I've provided reliable technical market analysis to prominent fund managers, brokerage firms, and large-scale commodity producers. And Wicked Signal was created in 2020 with the aim of being your go-to resource for reliable stock market recommendations. Employing the same classic chart analysis, our stock market signals are clear-cut and range from 2 to 3 weeks out to 2 to 3 months and often beyond. We offer 2 distinct subscription choices: basic membership, which is free and always will be, and provides 1 free stock market analysis video every week. Filling out the membership form within the basic area will allow us to prompt you by email each and every time a new video is ready for your viewing. The second subscription choice is a premium membership, which costs $24.95 a month and provides 2 or more market analysis videos every week. Over the coming weeks, we intend to ramp that up to provide at least 3 new market videos every week. Included in the premium membership will be a growing catalog of video resources to include important trading and investing topics like effectively managing your own portfolio, effectively managing trading risk, effective trade execution correlated with your risk management strategy, technical analysis tips and techniques, so forth and so on. Clicking on the premium membership link will allow you to access our safe and secure payment gateway and make credit or debit card payment. Your subscription fee automatically transacted on a monthly basis. Subscription cancellation is allowed at any time. So please pass the good word. Tell your trader and investor friends about wickedsignal.com, and if you haven't done so already, at least sign up for the basic free membership, for you then be notified by email each and every time a new video is ready for viewing. We'll never share your personal contact information with anyone outside the Wicked Signal organization. Into perhaps the upper 50s, lower 60s, but I don't see an indication of that, and I'll show you that in a moment. Just so you're looking at a chart right now, you can see the kind of extreme rotations since 2013. And this stock pushed into the low to mid 60s a couple of times, upper 50s. You've got a 64.27 2015 high, and most recently a pre-COVID 2020 high of 59.78. And this stock obviously went a-crashing as we came into the COVID world in the spring of last year. I believe that is an April 2020 low of 703. And since then, we've rallied to 34.48, most recently about a month ago in 2021. And so here we are at around $29, $30 a share. And I'm just going to show you, let's enlarge it actually and go to this sort of red square area so you can take a look at what I'm looking at. And you can see a channel bottom that held a few weeks ago that is this week at 25.31. So that is the week of Monday, April 5th. And it rises 4 full weeks later to the week of Monday, May 3rd of 27.15. You can subtract those out, divide by 4, and you will have the exact location of that channel bottom. In other words, solid pullback support into that period of time. And you can continue projecting all the way into June, actually, June, July, August. This is an area, this formation. I wish I actually recorded this video, obviously, a few weeks ago before we tested that 25.31 channel bottom. It was lower then by a bit. But it is nonetheless one that may be in reach over the next few weeks. I don't have an indication of that, but if so, this is a good area to buy. Whether you're a day trader or a swing trader, or you're a position trader that holds 2 to 3 weeks to 2 to 3 months out, this is a good area of support where this stock can bottom out. At this point in time, I want to say into May activity, on a monthly basis, and above which there's no reason to discount the possibility that will continue on into the mid to upper 30s. This 37-31 formation is actually in reach between now and I'm going to say the end of May or sooner, as long as we're holding above that 25-31 channel bottom, which rises at 27.15 4 full weeks later. 37-31 this week rises to 38.28 4 full weeks later. Once again, you can subtract them out, divide by 4, and you can have the exact location of that channel top each and every week in between. This is a more meaningful resistance area because it includes a full year of activity, whereas that preceding support level or support channel bottom at 25.31 goes back about 6 months or so. So the longer the time frame in which these formations occur, the more meaningful they are. In other words, 37.31, I'm going to say, can contain quarterly, possibly annual highs, okay? Whereas the 25-31 formation is more of a monthly containment, can contain selling into May activity, and above which this stock can actually continue higher into the upper 30s, 37.31 to 38.28. And that formation is sort of an upward pivot point into later year. In other words, it can contain buying into summer trade, possibly into later year, and from there fall back for months to come. And inversely, closing above it would be a clear sign of strength into later year. I'll give you what those targets may be in a moment. But first, let me show you that not only do we have 37.31 there, we also have an intermediate rising channel top at 36.47 that rises to 38.23 a full 4 weeks later. Once again, you can subtract them out, divide by 4, and you'll know where that nearer term channel top is each and every week in between. And they really do sort of come together in early May. And I'm just giving you that longer term channel top once again, 37.31 to 38.23. So, if you did happen to buy the 25.31 to 27.15 support area in the next week, 2 or 3, if it's tested, and then you could hold it into the 37.31 area, those would be gains of 30 to 40%. That would be a nice trade, and that could play out within a matter of a month or two. If we do close above the 37.31 formation, what I'm seeing is a likely retest of that 2020 high. It goes back to 59.78 in the pre-COVID high, or the 61.48 high of 2017. Let's just call it the upper 50s to mid 60s would be a realistic objective, in my opinion, if we did close above this 37.31 channel top, or wherever it may be if or when we happen to test it. Let's take a look at the downside. That's worth mentioning, that if this stock does close below 25.31 this week, the week of April 5th, or wherever that formation will be, it rises at 27.15 the week of May 3rd, then we probably have a 30% break into the $17, $18 area. $17.99 is a meaningful channel bottom this week. April 5th rises at 18.78 the week of May 3rd. Subtract them out, divide by 4, you'll know exactly where it's at. So bottom line here, if we close below the 25.31 structure, we have a meaningful sell signal. In other words, if you're long this stock below 25.31, it is a sign to get out. If we close below 25.31 at the end of any day, really, but certainly at the end of any week, this is a weekly bar chart. All of these charts are weekly bar charts. If we close below that formation, it's sort of a sign to get out or go short, whether it's buying puts or covering a long position by buying puts or selling calls. In any event, I would say 3 to 5 weeks later, we should then test the 17.99 structure, which, by the way, is longer term in scope, like the one in the upper 30s. It can absorb quarterly, possibly annual selling pressures if or when tested. So there's one way to look at this, that the 2531 structure is sort of a pivot point in between 1799 and that 3731 channel top. You've got kind of a mid pivot point at 2531, above which 3731 in reach between now and the end of May, and below which anticipating 1799 or a little higher over the same time frame, within about 3 to 5 weeks. I think that about covers it for this particular stock. I'm apprising you of areas that you can sort of trade if the stock approaches it. But just know, I'll leave you with this. Having tested that 2531 channel bottom, this stock can, and I think probably will, continue into the upper 30s over the next 3 to 5 weeks, next couple of months, say between now and the end of May. That 3731 formation in reach and able to contain buying into summer trade, possibly into later year. And inversely, if we close below that 2531 formation, looking for $18 roughly, or $19, depending on where we're at that time. So to buy it here, well, that's your call. I would certainly buy weakness all the way down to 2531. That is your optimal buy zone. And then whether you buy it in this vicinity, kind of a third of the way up to that 3731 region, that's really your call. You're not going to get an argument from me one way or the other. It depends on how you manage your portfolio, how you manage your trades, and how you execute your activity. I think that's really all that needs to be said for this particular Wicked Signal video on Norwegian Cruise Lines.